Adam, anybody who's losing their hustle has a lot of variables, and there's a lot of variables in this episode. This is the variable episodes where there's a lot of context points. It's not just direct answers today. Listen, you might not be passionate about your North Star anymore. I've been going through something. Let me actually break some shattering news here. For the first time in my life, I've been thinking about weird things like sabbaticals and building a business school in Haiti for 5 years, and like I love, listen, I'm still all about buying the New York Jets, and it's the process of that and the game, but it's amazing for me to be in tune with myself, the maturity, like as you get older, like like my kids are 6 and 3 and they're interesting. Like they're interesting. And like I start projecting, what do they look like at 13 and 15? Like it'd be really cool to like, I don't believe in the school system as much as everybody. Like, do I just take them and go do something rogue? Like, just different things. Like, you just evolve. And you might have just lost your North Star. The thing that you thought you were going for might not be. It's why I was always happy that I didn't want $1 million, or I didn't want fame, or I didn't want a car or private plane, or all these little things. Like, it was fun to be like, I want to buy the jets. And what that always meant to me is I want the process of buying the jets, which means I get to hustle forever because that's who I am. Maybe you've lost who you are or what you want, or maybe you've accomplished kind of, or maybe you feel it's achievable. I would be crushed if I thought what I wanted to achieve was super achievable. I mean, it happened to me in the wine business. It's happening at Vayner. Like, as Vayner's becoming a player in the agency world, and we're not like, now we're like, like, and soon we're gonna be like, like, you know, like, that's not as fun for me. I like being the underdog. I like the climb, you know? I like that. So maybe that's happened. Maybe you're just tired. I mean, I think one of the things that the New York Jets do for me that nobody understands is those hours. Actually, you just caught something on Daily V, right? Me talking to Jeff. That was the first time I talked business during a Jets game in 15 years. I looked at my phone at the wrong time. It was a very big thing. And I only spent a second on it. Like, I am escaped and relaxed. And by the way, I didn't care about it. Like, that's how excited, like, those 3-4 hours of escapism. Maybe you need some vacation time. Maybe you need to look at the people around you. Maybe you need a change. Maybe you need to break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, there's a lot of intense different things that could be happening. Or maybe you can take a step back and really listen to this statement, which is, you've lost your hustle because you really are not in tune to why you're doing it.
Let me tell you a story. So a friend of mine and I, we went for a run in Central Park. The Roadrunners organization, on the weekends, they host races. And it's very common at the end of the race, they'll have a sponsor who will give away something, apples or bagels or something. And on this particular day, when we got to the end of the run, there were some free bagels. And they had picnic tables set up, and on one side was a group of volunteers. On the table were boxes of bagels, and on the other side was a long line of runners waiting to get their free bagel. So I said to my friend, let's get a bagel. And he looked at me and said, the line's too long. And I said, free bagel. And he said, I don't want to wait in line. And I was like, free bagel. And he says, nah, it's too long. And that's when I realized that there's two ways to see the world. Some people see the thing that they want, and some people see the thing that prevents them from getting the thing that they want. I could only see the bagels. He could only see the line. And so I walked up to the line. I leaned in between two people, put my hand in the box, and pulled out 2 bagels. And no one got mad at me, because the rule is you can go after whatever you want. You just cannot deny anyone else to go after whatever they want. Now, I had to sacrifice choice. I didn't get to choose which bagel I got. I got whatever I pulled out, but I didn't have to wait in line. So the point is you don't have to wait in line. You don't have to do it the way everybody else has done it. You can do it your way. You can break the rules. You just can't get in the way of somebody else getting what they want. That's rule number 1.
But wait, I need one more chance to prove that I could too be a maybe Greek god. Because that's my other favorite part of the film. We're kind of like, is he or is he not?
Exactly.
We don't know, which I love. That's the new take, because you kind of leave it like, believe in yourself.
That's the most important thing, is just believing in yourself and embracing who you were born to be. So, by the way, like, you're biracial, I'm biracial, right? I'm black Samoan, you're black, white. Yeah, exactly.
Hybrids.
So, oftentimes, hybrids, right? And oftentimes, like, when you're younger, you know, we struggle sometimes with identity. Oh, I wish I was a little bit more like that, or I wish I wasn't different. But, you know, overall, the message of Hercules, how I bring this whole thing back around is our most powerful and most important is when we just embrace who we are.
Absolutely.
Your beliefs, essentially the beliefs that you hold about yourself, about your capabilities, about money, whether you have beliefs that attract money to you or that repel money, whether that you have beliefs that allow you to move through barriers and obstacles, or beliefs that cause you to shy away from barriers and obstacles. And the beliefs that we have really control our actions. We don't typically go at things or do things that we believe we're not good at. We don't take actions if we think we're going to fail. We shy away, and then of course we don't say that we're scared. We come up with a story. So the sort of these negative, these limiting beliefs instigate the telling of bullshit stories to ourselves, right? And it holds us back from success. So the idea is to understand what your core limiting beliefs are, and then to actually break those beliefs. And you can do that. It's not that difficult to do it. Do it in a seminar setting. You break the limiting beliefs and you essentially empower somebody by helping them install their own beliefs in themselves. In other words, your beliefs are malleable. You can change them. So the idea is to essentially retrofit your beliefs to serve you and your outcomes. In the case of entrepreneurs, it's that money is not the root of all evil, that building a business is possible, that I can learn whatever I need to know, those sort of things.
Stop trying so hard to be someone you're not. Stop trying so hard, period. You don't have to. I remember constantly feeling like I wasn't what was expected of me. And a lot of that had to do with my skin color. A lot of that it feels so stupid, but a lot of it had to do with not feeling black enough. Like I was the right kind of black. Like I wasn't cool enough. Like I wasn't fun enough. Like I just wasn't good enough, or what was being painted of me, just even on television and music. And that was really disheartening. And I would tell my younger self now that you don't need to be that. It's totally fine. Like everything's gonna be okay. And to honestly embrace who you are now, embrace what makes you different. People don't have to, if people don't like you for who you are, and then those people aren't meant to be in your life. You don't want them there anyway. So stop trying to impress people by being someone you're not.
Weren't you working in the plumbing business?
I was working in the plumbing business at the time, yeah, but I'm trying to think. It would have been around that time that John, see, I'd left the plumbing business. I left the plumbing business.
How bad was that?
The plumbing?
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Were you actually in the trenches?
I mean, it was an industrial.
Ooh.
So it'd be like building this. It'd be like the plumbing that would be needed in a place like this, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the motorway. And I used to have to walk for about an hour to get to the motorway, and then I'd stand on the edge of the motorway and wait for a bloke to drive by. So he'd give me a lift, and then the motorway was like getting renovation at the time, so it'd take me 2.5 hours to get to the place. It was out in the country. Then I'd be there for 10 hours walking, and I was a first year, so I was the worst of the worst, you know what I mean? It was only beginning. Then 2 hours to get back in the traffic again. It was just a horrible, horrible time, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this, and then I just left, and then I just stopped going, didn't get out of bed. Then my dad would come in and try and bait me out of bed, and we'd have fights, and literally for a good while I didn't really speak to my dad. We just kind of stayed away from each other. Anytime I'd come across my dad, anytime we did speak was to fight. You
lived in his house?
Yeah, I was only 18, 17, 18.
But you didn't talk to him? Isn't that kind of awkward?
Yeah, well, not like it wasn't whatever, you know.
You didn't have just a deep relationship?
But since this has happened,
right.
Since the dream has happened, since the vision that I had has come true. And like he went through a tough time as well because he got testicular cancer.
Oh.
So he got sick and all over it. And in my head I was thinking maybe I done that because he's worried about me and doesn't know what I'm gonna do, and all these fights that we're having all the time. And like I'm talking full on fights. You come in and punch it. We're going at it. Yeah, we're going at it.
You're punching back?
But yeah, we're going at it, yeah.
Wow. What did your mom say about that, who's so protective of you?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. She just stayed out, you know. But since,
why did it get to that point, to where he was that mad?
Because I was doing absolutely nothing. I was out getting into trouble. Yeah, it basically felt like I was doing fuck all. I was a waster. You know what I mean? I was a waster. Called that a lot. You know what I mean? But now, like, and then when I start getting that focus and realize, you know, I'm gonna make this happen. And then now that has happened, I'm making it happen. I have a great relationship with my dad. Like, we talk all the time. And I even see energy in him. And I see energy in my mom. Like, it's depressing times for a lot of people in Ireland. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the country. A lot of people are struggling. Everybody's struggling. But now, since them seeing me chase this dream, it's giving them an energy, and I see a new lease of life in them. And that alone spurs me on even more. So it's all just a perfect storm that is happening for me. And that is why I have this tunnel vision, and that is why I'm willing to kill every single man in my path to get that belt, you know what I mean? To secure the future, from my family's future, you know what I mean? That's what I'm doing it for. It's hard to say, but when I was a kid, I used to always visualize stadiums and like, even when I was playing football, I'd kick the ball against the wall and I'd pretend that I scored a goal, and I'd run off and I'd be raising my hand and visualizing a arena full of fans. You know, that was something I'd done as a kid out on my own. I like just running around kicking the ball. So I always had these visions of something, but I just didn't know what it was. And then I suppose when I came to these events and I started training them and then came to an event, it was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. And then now I'm doing it.